Hello. Yes. Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Manwar, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this Eid makeup look. Two actually. I'm going to show you how to do two Eid makeup looks. This video is especially for teenagers because I know that a lot of us are not allowed to do very heavy full glam makeup, and understandably so. You're teenagers, like enjoy your natural youth beauty. I sound like such an old woman saying that. But seriously though, you guys don't need tons and tons of makeup unless you guys like that, which of course do you. But this is for the teens that can't do any of that, so I hope you like the video if you want to know how to do this look. And one more, keep watching. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. I will be doing shoutouts on my Instagram for active followers. So let's get right to the video. To start off this tutorial, I am going to be using the same BB cream I use in literally every single one of my videos. But since this is a teen Eid routine, I decided that I would keep it pretty low budget. So I'm going to be using the Garnier skincare BB cream in the shade Light. And I'm just going to apply it to the back of my hand. And you know when those beauty gurus and people show you to drip it on your face and stuff? That is such a waste of product. Like, I don't know, personally that is not for me. I'm going to get my beauty blender. I'm just using a tiny little beauty blender for this. Like, my point is, you don't have to have super expensive stuff for this. So I'm using the BB cream and I'm just going to spread it on my face. Now the thing is, you don't even need a beauty blender for this. You could totally just do it with your hands. Now that we're done with our base layer, I'm going to start with the eyebrows. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Obsession Brow Golds in the shade Dark Brown. Now, keep in mind I'm trying to keep this very affordable, so I'm sure there are better options on the market, but I love this pencil. It is very creamy and smooth, but it still keeps your brows in place. So I'm going to start by underlining the brow. And lightly filling that in because, again, teenagers, we want it to look natural, pretty subtle. You don't want it to be too in your face. And since we're not doing very heavy makeup, a very big dark brow would look not too great, unless that's your style. And now we're just going to smoothen out the top of it. And a trick for if you find that you make the front of your brow very chunky is instead of taking it from the front to the center, take it from the center to the front. And that way, it's a natural movement where your wrist flicks and it becomes softer at the end. So, the same for the upper brow. If you're more skilled, of course. If you have more experience, you can do it however you like. But this is just a tip from my side. That is one brow done, and I'll do the other off camera and I'll be right back. Now that I'm done with my other eyebrow, I'm going to give you guys a little life hack. I know there's tons and tons of brow gels and waxes and pomades all across the internet or the entire world, the entire beauty community. Everything is filled with them. But if you can't necessarily afford them, and to be honest, I know that I am not willing to spend 3,000 or 4,000 rupees for a brow gel, I have a hack. Hair wax. Yes, this works incredibly. It keeps your brows in place all day. If you apply the proper amount, your brows will literally not budge and it won't cast a white glow or cast on your eyebrows. So just to let you know that I'm not tricking you, I'm going to dip the spoolie end of my my brow pencil into it, and I'm going to set my eyebrows. So this is very important if you have eyebrows that naturally droop at the end, like mine do after a while. So just very lightly brush it in the direction you want. Now don't press too hard or the pencil or other product that you've applied underneath that is going to lift and it's going to budge. But otherwise, can you see how nicely it's styling my brows? It's just one swoop and they're in place. Okay, moving on to the lips and the cheeks because we're using tints. This might not look like a tint, but if you watch the video, I show you how to make a DIY lip and cheek tint or stain. So I'm going to use the DIY on my cheeks, and this time I'm going to be careful and not apply it too low, because that's what we did last time, and remember, if you apply it too low you look old. So just 2 drops is more than enough, and then we just pat it in with our fingers, and it adds a very nice subtle glowy pinkish effect, as if it were your own skin. For my lips, I'm going to still apply a tint. I'm using the W7 A Hint of Bali tint. Now, of course, you could use the same DIY tint, but I just choose to use this because I want to. The thing about this lip tint is that because of its nail polish brush-like applicator, it is much easier to apply precise lines to your lips, unless you're not going for a precise lip and you can go for like more of that Korean gradient sort of lip. So the DIY tint is perfect for that too. And I'm just gonna apply some more, do my other cheek, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that we look like we have been severely embarrassed because of some traumatizing thing that you did in front of a giant group of people once, time to get to highlight. So, since this is a very affordable tutorial, I'm going to use this Glamorous face. It's apparently a terracotta blush, but I use it as a highlight because it's one of my favorite highlights ever, and it is super inexpensive, and my cat threw it off my vanity. So, it's literally in pieces. But it is a gorgeous blush, and honestly, I think it was for like $3.50 maybe? Super gorgeous, very glowy, very inexpensive. Perfect for Eid. Since it's a powder, it's not going to move. And I'm just going to take some on my little dense, fluffy brush. I'm going to dust the excess off. Then apply this to the high point of my cheek, or as I like to do, where the light would naturally hit. So, can you see that? It is glorious. Super gorgeous, super blendable, very pretty, and it is a perfect peach tone. I will leave exactly what shade it is in the description box below if you're interested. I'm not exactly sure where I got it. My khala got it for me, my aunt. She got me it, so can't exactly tell you where she got it from. I don't know. But Glamorous Face is a local brand, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna find it everywhere. If not, I will try to find a link to this blush, because it's listed as a blush, not a highlighter, and I will let you guys know. Let me do the other cheek. Oh, and it's such a gorgeous highlighter. Now, you can't tell me that this isn't an exact dupe for the Anastasia highlighters, because you'd be lying. Just gonna do my Cupid's bow. And a dot on my nose. Never do bigger than a tiny dot on your nose, or it could make your nose look broader, unless you want that. Unless you have a very tiny nose and you want to make your nose look bigger, just a dot. Never do like a whole circle on your nose. And I'm just going to do the bridge of my nose. Now, I don't connect it all because this sort of gives like a button nose appearance. And I'm just going to amp up my cheek because everybody loves highlight. Unless you don't, then like it's totally fine. You don't have to do any of this. You don't even have to apply makeup on Eve. Like, this is just a me thing. And I'm just going to do my brow bone and inner corner. My temple. And that looks gorgeous. I hope you guys can see that. I hope the camera is picking it up as nice as it is in reality. Now that we are done with our cream products and we've already transitioned to powder, I'm going to powder up the rest of my face. And for that, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. Mine is in terrible shape. I'm sorry about that, but as you can see, it is very loved. And it is broken because I was doing some client work, and apparently clients don't really care about your makeup, so they were checking some stuff out, and wham, I guess they just broke it somehow. Anyhow, I'm going to be applying these top two shades right underneath my eyes, and I'm mixing both of them because one is super pink and the other is very yellow, and I am somewhere in between a warm and a cool tone. So the pink would be for a cool toned person, the yellow would be for a warm toned person. I'm a neutral tone. That's why I'm going to be using this. So if you have very dark under eyes, you could definitely use concealer, or you could use a powder, a face powder that is a foundation, or a very thick face powder, just to brighten that place up. And I'm just going to dust this lightly. Now, I'm not a fan of baking. I'm going to forehead and my eye. Because, personally, I have combination skin. It's not very dry, it's not very hydrated or oily. So, because of that, everything is kind of have very oily teeth. I have very upstairs, and my face is really dry, very too. So, I need specific formulas. Stuff, and it's very dry, so I cannot do bad patches. It's super dry, it's like on my face. So, I don't like to keep makeup, and I don't like baking because of that. So, I just want to be content with my baking. But personally, it just makes me look super cakey and oily online, and lighting is really lighting all the time. But in person, I've never seen anyone that's baking that looks flawless. Like, I just don't like that. And I'm just going to set my face with the powder left on the rest of my brush, and this is going to help in contouring because we're going to be using a powder contour. You could use a cream contour if you like. You could do it before or after the cream blush, but I prefer to powder contour since it is much easier to do. And I'm just going to take the same palette and dust off the excess, and I'm going to start at my cheekbone because where you start is where you will have the most intensity of color. So start at my cheekbone, a little bit higher actually if you want to look like you have higher cheekbones, and I'll start in small circular motions going downwards. Now, the key to all makeup, literally all makeup, is to have it blended. So if it's not blended, it ain't right. That's why we're using small circular motions, to make sure it's blended while we apply a nice amount of product to the cheek. And of course, you could just dip right back in, tap your excess off, and again, start higher than your normal cheekbone. That's what I do personally because my cheekbones are right here, and I don't like to cut my face in half because I have a pretty short face as it is. So if I want to make my face look longer, I can cut it up higher, my cheekbones, and that's going to help elongate my face. And if you have a big forehead like I do, or if you want to conceal it, you can just do the top. Now, the thing about that 3 pattern, like, you know, when people do that, is not everybody needs to contour this specific area of their face, because, like, as you can see, this area of mine is pretty small. So everybody has a different contour pattern. Let me know if you want to know how to contour. I will make a tutorial on that. And just gonna do my jaw, because ain't nobody got time to work out and get a jawline in this house. I'm kidding. Work out, kids. It's good for you. This is genetic. And I just like food. And same way, except you don't really have to worry about using those small circles here since your neck isn't very visible. It's not like in your face. And if you want, on the tip of the brush, very lightly, you can just barely contour your nose. Now, the thing about nose contour is I'm not really a fan, because in real life, nose contour can just never look right. Like, no matter how much you try, people can tell that you've tried to do something to your nose. So I'd rather not, but if that's something you like, keep doing what you do. Now that we're almost done with our first look, I'm going to apply some mascara to my lashes. So I'm using the Essence Volume Hero Mascara in the shade Power Black. I haven't really seen any other shades, but maybe there are. And I'm just going to apply mascara. Now, you could apply eyeliner if you want to, if you're allowed to, but I know a lot of teens aren't allowed to do really heavy makeup, so this is just an easy, no makeup look for them. Okay, and that is our first look of the day. The second look starts with all of this, because as you can see, I haven't removed anything from my face. This is just an amped up version of the same look, but if you're allowed a little bit more makeup, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to be taking that same W7, a hint of Bali tint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and apply that onto my eyelids. So, I'm just going to take my finger and blend that out real quick. The best part about this is it's very teen friendly, it's very beginner friendly, because you don't have to worry about it creasing, you don't have to worry about it going anywhere. I didn't prep my eyelids, I didn't do anything, because it is a water-based substance, so it will not budge at all. So after that, what you're going to want to do is take a small, clean, fluffy blending brush and then dip it into the same contour palette, same shade that we used earlier, and tap the excess off. Remember, always tap the excess off. And we're just going to shade the outer corner. And I'm using a very dense, fluffy blending brush because you don't have to worry about very precise lines, and anyone can do this. So small, oh, excuse me, I got some mascara on my nose. Small, round, and windshield wiper motions. And just like that, you've now added some depth into your makeup look. Okay, now that we're done with blending our eyeshadow, which you don't even have to do, by the way, you could literally just apply tint. It's a pinky color, and since your entire face is coordinating because you've used the exact same tint on the entirety of your face, you could literally wear this with any color outfit. You don't even have to use the eyeshadow, because that would transition more towards whatever color eyeshadow you're using. You could use like a warm toned brown, cool toned brown, and according to that, you'd have to adjust your outfit. But if you use just the tint, you won't have to worry about that. Moving on from that, I'm going to take this dynamic liquid eyeliner, and let me just say, super inexpensive. I don't even remember where I got it from, but I'm pretty sure you can find it anywhere. I will try to find a link for it online, but if not, you can use literally any eyeliner you have. You don't have to use a marker. You can use any eyeliner you're comfortable with. And I'm just going to make a wing. So there you go. Very girly, very fun. I would not recommend you drag it all the way in because that could make you look older, but if that's your thing, by all means go for it. I'm just gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, and that is the finished look. Look number 2. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little tutorial on how to do a very natural, easy, and fast makeup look for Eid. Hopefully this helped a little bit if you didn't have any ideas how you're going to dress this year. I hope you guys liked the tutorial. If you did, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. My Instagram is manur_thaher. If you guys ever want to ask a question, feel free to. I will respond over there. Share with your friends, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.